It's a travesty to quiet the Dragon Slayer flare. Because there is only one Dragon Slayer in the history of Survivor, and there will never be another one.
This is Making the Merge.
We can very well win this thing.
I'm a dog person now.
I'm making the merge, baby.
Your dog was sick. I'd say, I'm coming over.
I crack open a coconut and they didn't cheer for me.
You're either in Survivor or you're not.
Making the merge. It's not about $1 million. All I want to do is win 1 million hearts.
Hearts. Welcome to Making the Merge. My name is PD, a.k.a. what did Jonathan call me? The Nightwalker.
The Nightwalker, yeah.
A.k.a. Season 50 Party Girl. I've got Sari, Aubrey, Stephanie, Devins, and Jandre the Giant.
Crazy.
Ridiculous.
I'm Bran. I lost a player this week, so I only have Tiff, Joe, and Emily remaining.
Cry me a river.
I'm Jonathan, and I have Rizgod, and I have Ozzy. I only keep my players that have Z's in their names.
Sure.
I am Chase the Lake Cracker. And I have Christian.
Dude,
Man,
straight up,
I gotta
though,
stop looking like an idiot on the internet.
but
I gotta
the,
stop looking like an idiot.
the fact that your last player is Christian
gives me hope.
It is better than like how I felt when I had Sage.
That's fair. I don't think it's crazy to come out and say Christian is a better player than Sage.
Yeah.
Hey, last night, me and PD, we were chatting it up in the middle of the night, and we were talking some strategy, which is not what we're known for. But we think that we've figured out who's going to win this season. Would you guys like to hear who we think is the options to win?
I would also like to just quickly go to bat for Sage, because between Sage and Christian, only one of them has been to Final Tribal Council. So do with that what you will.
And only one of them dropped an Instagram manifesto.
Yeah, and broke their NDA.
Yeah. I saw that Sage is apparently going to be on, or maybe she already has been on Rob's podcast.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't know.
the Bottoms Up crew, I got
Bottoms
a notification for that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or I saw it on my Spotify somewhere.
And I'm like, oh, I guess, she's
Sage
still
and
doing things.
so.
Me and PD decided last night that if you take away the players who are definitely not winning this season, which are Joe, Stephanie, Jandre the Giant, Emily, and Tiff, you're left with Sari. What?
You named all my players. What was that about?
Well, I mean, I'm sorry that it's the truth. Look,
You don't
I mean,
think there's a chance
You think
that-
Tiffany can win after not being included in the first 4 episodes of this season?
I do.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I think
That's a
Emily
crazy-
can win. I think Emily can win.
Yeah. I think Emily, who every episode gets treated like she's playing the worst game of all time, can win the season.
And then you got Joe.
He's a part of that 4 Horsemen alliance that just keeps losing players every week.
Okay, so
I
wait.
feel like Joe's going to
hold
have to change it up or go home is what's going
They're
to happen.
down to 2 Horsemen.
That's barely a horse. Who?
Yeah, it's more like a buggy.
They're taking a carriage ride through Fiji,
Yeah.
brother.
They're on
Who
the
is,
Oregon Trail.
Who's
Trail
left
of Tears.
on your magical list, Chase?
So it would be Sari, Rizgod, Ozzy, Christian, Devins, and Aubrey are the ones that we think could win it.
I just disagree.
But realistically, the final 3 is Sari, Rizgod, and Ozzy. Sari's Wizard of Oz.
But you can't say realistically the final 3 because of fire making.
Right,
So
and that's where Christian can come into play and win the whole season for me.
I don't think Christian's winning either.
Well,
I think he could. It's too early to tell, guys. It's too
PD
early.
thinks Sari's winning the whole thing.
Really?
Here's what I would say. If Sari wins, there would be a part of me that thinks it's rigged because, like, what a story! Like, wow, the person who hasn't won Survivor and it's been on here the most won season 50.
Her and
How
Ozzy are
beautiful.
the same, though.
Yeah, but if Ozzy wins, I don't think it's rigged.
So according to Jonathan, if Sari wins, it must be rigged because she's never won before.
There's only two players. There's only two
But
players.
Ozzy,
that I think if they don't win, that it's not rigged, and that's Riz God and Ozzy. If they win, this game's not rigged. So.
It's because those are your players.
What is the difference in your mind between
Ozzy
Ozzy and Sari?
Yeah, well, I would like to hear this.
I think that Ozzy has probably not rigged the game.
Okay, so this is that insightful analysis that people are talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey guys, PD, you were late, but I was gonna say I have something to show y'all right up top.
Yeah.
And it's okay. It's an audio medium, but I needed y'all to see, and so hold tight. I'm gonna share my screen with you.
Holding tight.
Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm gonna stop sharing.
Why is there a cheese stick on my floor? What is that doing under the table? Anyway, carry on.
Is that a cheese stick on your floor? Or are you just happy to see me? You know.
Okay,
all right.
it's down there. Okay, there it is.
Y'all see a little video on your screen?
Yes, I
All right.
see.
Let me
a
know if you
video
hear it
of
real quick.
you. Yes.
Yeah, don't worry.
Now, you may be thinking, why are we seeing Jonathan on a video? He's already in the podcast. You're probably thinking, oh, Jonathan doesn't know what bits are, and he skipped a couple of weeks, so he doesn't care about the show. I put myself at the beginning of this video because I knew you bozos would want to see what was the little thumbnail in the text thread. Roll clip.
It's Johnny Fairplay, reality television icon, Survivor Hall of Famer. Jonathan is possibly the greatest Making the Merge villain ever. Why do you ask? Johnny Fairplay would know, because his cat ain't dead, folks. And, more importantly, his name ain't even fucking Jack. Oh my god, you guys are idiots. Way to go, Jonathan. You're playing with dumb-ups. It's like, it's a bunch of Ruperts. Ugh.
Your cat's not dead?
My cat's with me right now.
Jonathan just showed us his cat on the screen. Wait.
This whole Jack thing was a lie that you came up with Johnny Fairplay?
Jacking it for 50.
We've been jacking it for 50 for no reason?
Wait.
Hold on. Is it a bit that it's a bit?
No, it's real. I've been lying to y'all for weeks.
Why episode 8? Why do this now?
Wait. How long have you had the Johnny Fairplay reveal?
Oh, I just got it last night.
Wait,
okay. I was messaging him, and he was super cool to send that.
Kristen has been going along with this lie for
dude.
plus weeks.
No, I mean, it's been longer than that, because you remember we talked about it. I know y'all are like, why is Jonathan revealing this now? It's because everybody's locked in. It's post-merge. I've got all the people on my team now.
Shit.
So it's like, y'all, I've been gone for 2 weeks, and I was like, how do I drop in on these guys and help them realize I am playing this game, right? Like, how do I reveal it?
So for everybody that maybe have jumped in later in the season here, earlier at the beginning of this season,
Jacking it for 50.
Jonathan tells all of us that his cat had just died, and that his cat Jack just died. He's very sad. And so
hold on. Not even just that. When he revealed that, he said, "My cat actually died 2 weeks ago," and so I made it sound like the cat just died, but actually the cat died. So it sounded real.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude,
you
underestimated me.
So Jonathan tells us his cat died. Everyone in our Patreon rallies behind him, and they start the rally for jacking it for 50.
Well, I started that, but
jacking it for 50.
But it's a campaign, it's a movement, and so everybody has started locking in with Jonathan's team. For those of you who don't know, if you're in our Patreon, you can lock in with one of our 4 drafted teams, and if you are on the winning team at the end of the season, you get a prize. Last season, everybody got custom trophies. And so Jonathan has done all of this as a ploy to get more people to lock in with his team?
Yeah. I did it. Look, I knew for season 50, I was like, every good season has a villain, right? Like every season has a villain, and you got to love them. And I started thinking, now, prior to us actually recording, like, the draft, I mean, I'm talking 2 or 3 weeks before Survivor premiered. I'm looking at Kristen like, I've got to lie that our cat has died. Now, my cat, Casper, has stood in the place of Jack. Casper's fine. He hangs out with me. In fact, a few times when we've recorded, he's been, like, on the top of the couch next to me.
I just thought you had more than one cat.
I do. Yeah. I have 2 cats, but I just, he was the best one to pretend had died because he doesn't get in camera too much. So... so basically, I decided 2 or 3 weeks.
You have one cat that does like to get on the camera shots.
Yeah. And Casper does watch TV, by the way. So I ended up. I just thought, okay, I've got to figure out how to get people to take me seriously. How do I get people like in on a bit? I need this bit to last through the merge. So then I was like, I should just do the Johnny Fairplay, right? Like, say someone has died, and I was like, I should say my cat has died. So then I fully sent that, right? And then, I mean, I'm texting y'all. You know, Chase, at one point you sent me a message where you were like, in all seriousness, I am really sorry your cat died. And I was like, thanks, man. Like, I know you're just joking, like, you know, that kind of thing. And it's been terribly hard to keep the lie going. And so...
oh, my God.
Now, Johnny Fairplay and I, we live in the same town, right? And we follow each other. And so I told Kristen, I was like, I feel like it's time to reveal. And I was like, I've messaged Johnny. So I sent him a message like, dude, please reveal that I've been lying to these guys about my cat. It's like just an audio message. And dude sent me a video back, messaged me, and I was like, oh, this is the best. He could not have been a better sport. So
that's wild.
And he crowned me
for it. Jonathan, you're a much better YouTuber than Chase is.
Man.
He hasn't even seen Star Wars.
But shout out Johnny Fairplay. He's on tour. Go see him on tour.
We've all been blindsided. We are like Rupert and you're Johnny Fairplay, and we're yelling at you on the beach is how I feel in my mind. But I can't believe that. We all were like sending you messages saying like, we're sorry that your cat died. Nice. Like, that's terrible.
And against our better judgment, we let you change your team name.
Yeah, I forced it.
We had jerseys made.
Oh,
now,
my God.
See, I've been gone for 2 weeks, and y'all are like, Jonathan doesn't care about this podcast. I've been lying for 12 weeks.
Yeah, that makes you seem great.
Yeah, no, but I mean, if you want to talk about not committing, I committed fully. I had to make sure that there were no cats in sight anywhere. I'm digging up old pictures of Casper being like, man, I sure miss my cat, send it into Patreon and stuff. And it's like, you know. I'm
so excited to see if the people in the Patreon think this is awesome and are like stick with you, or if they all hate you now.
They've got to respect it, right? Please respect me.
It has to be respected for the fact that Johnny Fairplay, dead grandma Johnny Fairplay, revealed it to us on the podcast.
Yeah, and he crowned me the greatest villain of making the merch history. So I hate to break it to you, Chase. You were a close second.
But, well, I mean, the good news is your cat's alive. So great.
Yeah. That's my theme music for Jack is not dead.
Worth
Jack
partying
doesn't exist. Yeah.
I hope your cat dies.
Well, if it helps, did have one of my cats die 2 years ago, but you know, I
don't even believe you then.
No, I did. I had to tap into the reality of that. So thanks for reopening that wound, Chase.
You did it. This isn't on Chase. No one asked for this.
All right, let's crack open this coconut.
Should we? I don't know. This is like when Angelina spoke to me in the sense that I'm like, where do we go from here? We have Jandre, Chrissy, and Stephanie talking to each other. The cut from the same cloth alliance, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Jandre and Stephanie saying, Coach, you got to settle down. And Chrissy's like, yeah, you know, the haiku and the singing, it's too much. And then we get our first talk of the middle people. Steph and Chrissy are like, we got to get out the middle people. We can't let the middle people skate to the Final Four. Pretty much everybody early on is gunning for Aubrey, Devins, Christian, and Emily.
Should be easy.
Yeah, should be.
Yeah.
Should be. What?
What
was
the heck was that? Did you hear that?
We can't understand what you're saying.
You
But why are you a robot?
Wait, why are you a robot right now, Chase?
You didn't know?
No, my roadcast, my other microphone dropped onto the roadcaster and clicked the button.
And you only have us in your ears. That's funny.
Yeah, I don't have me in my ears. Yeah.
So Jack the cat is not real, and Chase is a robot.
You would think.
Wait, are you for real? Oh my gosh, so embarrassing.
Jack's not even dead.
Okay.
I got pissed off because you guys were like, we don't understand what you're saying. And I was like, guys, you would think.
It was even funny.
Dude, Chase, I can't wait for you to hear that back. It's so funny.
This is the Gabon of Survivor podcasts.
Dude, oh man, it's so funny because as soon as we, all right, oh, keep going. I'm like crying right now.
Me too. I guess we can't record remotely. We're all remote right now because we had to reschedule the next day. I don't know. It's too chaotic right now,
dude. I'm gonna have to mute.
Okay.
I can't get it under control.
So, like I said, Jack the cat, not real. Chase is a robot, and now it's Tiffy time.
Oh. It's Tiffy time.
The episode started with Tiff post D blindside, and she was understandably upset having received 4 votes herself, but she's playing it cool. I believe her Instagram is Tiff Crazy Cool. Is that right?
Yeah, something like that.
So that's what's happening. She's feeling
Should
crazy.
come naturally.
She's playing it cool.
That's right.
And up next, we got a boat. Bran, you want to do your boat thing?
I mean, it sounded like you were mocking it.
I'm not mocking it. Bran, you want to do your little boat thing?
It's fine. Just go.
No, Bran, do the boat.
Okay.
Great contribution.
Thanks, brother.
Brand the Boat sounds like a Thomas the Tank Engine spinoff.
Yeah, Brand the Boat.
All right, maybe it's a journey. Maybe it's an auction. Nobody knows. But Ozzy, he reads the note to everybody explaining they must divide into 6 pairs. And since there's 13 of them, one of them won't be chosen. So Devins quickly volunteered to sit out. And then Sari, and then Chrissy. And then all the people who want to sit out put their shots in the dark in a bag. And Coach pulls out Sari's name. And now there's all this talk of how do we decide? And Joe is like, back in my season, we just talked it out like adults. And then we get a confessional. And then in a confessional, Joe's like, we're just going to chat it up a little bit, like talk it out like it's a dating app, get a feel for each other. And so after everybody does that, we get Christian and Jandre. The Brochachos are back.
Wow.
We have Chrissy and Coach, Ozzy and Stephanie, Joe and Tiffany, Emily and Rizzo, and then the underdogs, Aubrey and Devins.
I think the teams worked out pretty well. All of those teams made relative sense to me.
Yeah.
Why do you think they brought? Why do you think a boat had to deliver that message? Why is that not just tree mail?
They don't really show the tree mail stuff anymore. I wonder why.
But they do get it. Like occasionally it'll pop up, but it's not like why was this boat delivery news?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure. Maybe they just wanted it to be.
It was
a
a
little more
Sunday.
dramatic.
The post office was closed.
It could have been.
Yeah.
Who knows?
It's
not challenge time yet, though.
No.
Jandre is in the hammock. He's talking to Joe and Ozzy, and they all agree Rick Devins, he's just so good at finding idols that he's got to go. And then we get a Tiffany and Coach conversation, and this was quite the scene.
It's Tiffy time.
It started with Chrissy saying to Coach, Tiff is upset. Tell her I didn't come up with that plan or whatever, something like that. And then Coach in a confessional, he says Tiffany is the obvious next target, but he doesn't want her to know that he was controlling the vote. So he has to turn on the charm. He has to patch things up. Did things get patched up, Bran?
things didn't get patched up. And this is, I think, Coach showing that he's not the young buck anymore. He's not as sharp as he once was, because he goes up and he's like, listen, this wasn't my plan. And I don't know if this is really what happened. I don't know if this is an edit. I don't know. But Tiff says, okay, if it wasn't you, who was it? And then we get just like 10 seconds of Coach just looking down at the sand. And then Tiff doubling down, being like, who was it? And he says nothing. And then they shake hands and they move on.
Dude, I loved that moment.
He had to say something, right? He had to say something.
No, dude, it was like because what he says before he goes and talks to Tiffany, he goes, all right, let me put on the Coach charm real quick. The Coach charm looks a lot like when Coach fucks up real bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Oh, man.
That was so funny. Like, is he, how dumb is he? How dumb does he think that Tiff is? That he would just say, hey, it wasn't me, and Tiff would be like, oh, well, okay then. He didn't anticipate a single question? I didn't see it coming.
No. And that brings us to challenge time with Chase.
It's
wait.
favorite time of the episode.
Wait. What is with this? I'm told to do a challenge this week. No. Chase. Shut up. Or you
in
doing
one of the
coolest
challenges of this season, we see our pair.
What's happening?
I'm telling you, oh my word! Look, I thought it was. I told everyone in the Patreon it was challenge time with Jonathan this week. No gold derby allowed. And then we switched to a Friday. You know what? Fine, that's fine. I'm gonna mute anyway. It's cool.
Jonathan, did you take notes? Is that why you're so insistent?
Look, I was just gonna type it into GPT or something.
You were going to, so you didn't.
What do you have?
I don't want to talk about it.
You know what? I want to see how this goes, Chase. Hold on,
Jonathan, you do the challenge.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's my favorite part of the episode. It's challenge time with Jonathan. Guys, let's talk about the duo twist, right? I mean, right out of the gate. We get there. Everybody's so happy. And then suddenly we realize Jeff says this is a double duo twist, right? Because now we are going to be giving the duo who wins this now 2-layered challenge. We're going to be giving them. I feel weird doing this. I feel out of place.
Is it because you don't have notes and you're just going off the dome?
I have bullet points if it helps. I have bullet points.
Do you actually?
I do have bullet points.
Wait,
wow.
So you cut off Chase, told him to shut up. You said, I told everyone it's challenge time with Jonathan, and then you interrupt yourself in the middle of that and say, I feel weird.
I feel weird. I feel like I've gone into host Jonathan mode where I'm going to be talking about the challenge sauce suddenly.
Well,
Chomping at the bit.
Yeah.
Maybe you feel weird because it's everybody's favorite part of the episode. Guys, in one of the coolest challenges of the season, we see our paired up tribe mates compete in the double duo twist.
Okay,
now
so
here's
Chase
the thing about the
is
double
taking over
duo.
now.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about the double duo. That means 4. Double duo means 4.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I would say so. I think they botched the branding on this twist a little bit. Damn it! I gotta turn my ringer off.
Wow.
Yeah, PD,
back-to-back podcasts.
We got to talk about this. Are you 85 years old? Why do you have your ringer on?
Because I set an alarm, and then it'll go off, and then I don't turn the ringer off after.
Wait.
The alarms work without a ringer on.
Are you sure?
Yeah. 100% positive.
Then I need to do some research into this.
Yeah.
What in the world?
I mean, all of us are here. The rest of us. So I do think it does work. But I will say this: I heard a chime too. I think on my end because of my laptop. I got a new laptop and I haven't turned off.
Oh my word!
So I'll take the blame for it, PD.
Okay. Here's another point I want to make about the double duo: is it was described as double the stakes, double the decisions, double the consequences. So that's 3 examples for the double duo. I think we could have just done 2.
So it's a triple duo, really.
Yeah.
I'll say this
quadruple.
Though, branding be darned. This is a better twist.
Oh, this was way better than the Blood Moon.
He waxed poetic for 8 minutes about the Blood Moon, and at the end, we've made it clear, but it's just 3 tribals. That's all that it is. The double duo
this was an
is
awesome twist,
a real twist, and a fun one, and a cool way to kind of get 2 players out without doing double tribal and allowing everybody to vote. I thought this is how you do it. This is how you do it on Survivor.
Yeah, this was an awesome twist. It was so basically you win or lose as a duo in the challenge, and then you will be voted out as that duo. So when you vote at tribal, you vote individually. You can vote for different people, but when you get voted for, it's as a duo. And we actually get some behind the scenes about the vote out tonight, and we can talk about that later for tribal. But first, Sari gets sent to exile since she's the only one without a duo. And that actually works out as an advantage for her because she is safe tonight. She cannot be voted for. Now, Sari famously gets fucked in Survivor seasons by twists like this. She usually goes home because of crazy twists in the game. This is the first time that the twist of the game is actually to her benefit, which is really cool. For this challenge, you throw a ball onto an overhead.
Quickly, Chase, I'm so sorry, but I do want to just say how funny it was that they're like, Sari, how did we come to the conclusion that it was going to be you? We saw how. It was the pick of the dice, right?
Yes.
But she's like, listen, I'm not good at challenges. I'm just taking one for the team. I'm like, we saw how we got to this conclusion. It had nothing to do with whether or not you were good at challenges.
That's why she wanted to put her name in the hat.
Right, but yeah, okay, I guess. But everybody else, also wanted to. So,
I agree with you, Brad. I thought it was interesting too.
Oh, look at that cat up there.
Oh yeah, look at that cat that's alive.
There he is.
But yeah, everything that Jeff said about the Blood Moon, if he had said it about this, we would have been like, yeah, that wasn't hyperbolic at all. This is going to change the game forever.
Yeah. For this challenge, you throw a ball onto an overhead track. You race under it to catch it on the other side. Then once both players are through, you will maneuver the ball across a series of platforms using paddles. You then toss the ball into a target. Then you work together to build a bridge using puzzle planks. The first 3 pairs to complete the bridge and move across it move on to the final round. Now, the final round is the PD special. This is the ball from a cage challenge that PD played at the Survivor Cafe and did really good at. And then after that, you have the classic table maze challenge. The first pair to get 2 balls through the maze win immunity and are safe at the double duo tribal. But what are they playing for reward-wise? Thanks for asking. Spaghetti, and what's that? There's layers to this shit, player. Tiramisu.
Wow.
They're playing for tiramisu.
Who was it that at that moment said, I love tiramisu?
Stephanie.
Yeah.
I also
I didn't take that good of notes.
The weeks that come like right after a like Applebee's, thing where it's like you're gonna get burgers and whatnot from Applebee's, and then like this is just it's spaghetti. Don't ask where it's from. Tiramisu. It doesn't matter.
It's like fundraiser food,
Yeah. $5 a plate.
Yeah,
it's gonna be great.
Like we're having spaghetti night.
It's a spaghetti dinner.
We have some really interesting duos competing in the challenge. Aubrey actually takes the lead early on for her and Devins, but Joe and Tiff quickly show that they are both challenge beasts, taking a big lead. Chrissy and Coach are in dead last, and I wonder if that's some sort of omen.
Maybe.
Nope.
Coach yells out, "I've always been bad at basketball." Which made me wonder, what sport did he coach? I always assumed it was basketball because he's a tall, skinny guy. But then I remembered it was women's soccer. College soccer. Anyway,
can you imagine having him as a coach?
He's been coached the entire
time.
What are you talking about?
Quick. Everyone close your eyes real quick. Imagine it. Anyway.
Thanks. Great contribution, Jonathan.
I'm in my villains. Look, question Johnny Fairplay about my decisions, okay?
Hey, Jonathan. Great contribution.
All right.
Anyway, I can't stress enough how great at this challenge Tiff and Joe are. But Christian and Jandra the Giant are actually struggling. Jandre at one point yells at Christian to be louder, so Christian yells, tiny, extra large, medium, which is the same thing that I yell at the Little Caesars employee through the drive-thru. Am I right, ladies?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and cross that one off. That's not a hit. It's not going to make that's not going to make the routine. But I appreciate you trying it out on us.
Trying out what?
That's just the material that you just went with.
The Little Caesars,
the Little Caesars bit. It was good for me. I don't think it's going to work in front of a crowd.
Hey, watch this. Watch this. Watch this. This is going to be in the episode. I'm going to clip it. And it's going to be the most viewed clip of all time.
But
and then you all have to apologize
count,
to me.
Chase.
Huh?
Yeah, Chase is going to throw $1 million at it.
Just makes it a paid ad.
So I rolled up to the Little Caesars and started yelling at everybody. Medium, large.
Whatever. That was a good joke. Fuck y'all.
Tiny.
I like
the classic pizza size.
Give me a tiny pepperoni.
That's what makes it funny. I'm not going to get lectured on this. This was a good joke, and
it's
I'm going to
personal.
clip it.
You should have. If they had said personal, medium, large, then that would have.
Shut up. I'm going to clip this, and it's going to go
Chase,
viral.
it's nothing to get upset about.
It is something to get upset about.
Wait. Chase, you said you're going to go wild, but don't you mean you're going to go crazy bread? See, I can do it too.
Shut up. Joe and Tiff, Ozzy and Steph, and Aubrey and Devins move on to the final round.
And a 2-liter Pepsi.
Chase is doing his angry
Chase,
laugh.
it's nothing to get upset about.
The table maze is always intense, but Joe and Tiff continue to dominate and win the entire thing. It's a great showing for Joe and Tiff here.
Yeah, they came in hot and ready, you know.
It was
Shut up. It was a good joke. It's a good joke.
Pizza. It was a good comeback, too, because they were really struggling with the cage. Like
Jandre yells at Christian to be louder, so Christian yells tiny, extra large, medium, which is what I yell at the Little Caesars employee through the drive-thru.
Wait. No, we moved on. We're at a different point of the challenge.
That's a good joke.
It is a good joke.
It's well structured.
Yeah. Do you think
Chase, it's nothing to get upset about.
It is, though. But
it's not.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so where are we at in the challenge now?
Chase, I've been thinking about comedy lessons.
That was it. I'm done. If you guys would have stopped interrupting, you would have listened.
Chase, it's all right.
This lays to the shit player.
Oh, man.
So now let's talk about Suri at Exile. Suri walks up to the big coconut field. Bran, you're a prophet, because the other week you mentioned the coconut field. It sounded a little out of place, but then turns out that's what Suri went to.
That's right. Yeah. And it makes you wonder, have I got screeners? Did I have an inside tip?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll let the people at home wonder that.
This would have been a pretty lame inside tip, though, because, you know.
I can't tell you much, but I got 2 words for you. Coconut field. Do with that what you will.
Yeah.
So Suri gets to Exile. It's just a beach with 2,000 coconuts, and she's stuck at Exile unless she's able to find the one coconut with a golden bird on it, and Suri gets to work. But after a while, Suri starts to break down over what seems like an impossible task. We keep getting shots of the one golden coconut with Suri in the background, and then Suri's crying. She's exhausted. She talks about how Survivor breaks you down, and people ask why she comes back, and she says it's because Survivor gives her the gas in the tank to believe in herself. And then we got an awesome montage of Suri moments over the past 2 decades. And she's determined to keep moving, and she does it. She finds what she described as the most beautiful bird she'd ever seen. She gets her vote back. She gets to participate in Tribal. It was an awesome moment for Suri, and I'm sure Jonathan would like to downplay it in some way now.
I mean, I don't know. I did a little math for us. All right, you got 2,000 coconuts out on the beach. Let's say that they give you an hour timer. That means you need to look at least 33
hourglass.
to 30. Yeah, but like 33 to 34 coconuts a minute. That's not that crazy to look at. You know, like that gives you 2 seconds per coconut to look at it and be like, does it? Nope. And just walk through it. So, I mean, am I impressed? I don't think so. You know?
I think you're underestimating how daunting it would be to walk up to a field of 2,000 coconuts.
That's, you know, it's just what it is, you know.
I will say this, if I was to put on my producer hats, as Jeff likes to do, my criticism of this is I would like to know at any given moment how much time is left in the hourglass. Because I have no idea. I have no idea how long she's been out there. When she sits down and starts crying, how long has it been? I don't know. So like when she gets to the final thing, it could have been 10 minutes. It could have been 50 minutes. I don't know. And so I feel like it would have been like we have the big powerful moment, right? With the montage and like, I can do this. And she gets back up and it's inspiring and we love it. But the stakes to me, from a game standpoint, is she only has a limited amount of time to do this. And it's almost as if it felt to me that the time was not a factor in this challenge. And so I didn't really know. I didn't know. I
per minute to go. You know,
I have no idea how impressive it was that she found it. No idea.
Yeah, maybe they didn't show the timer because it didn't take up as much time as they thought it would. Maybe it took up 30 minutes, and they were like, "Well, that seems kind of disappointing." You know, she has a breakdown maybe 15 minutes in, 20 minutes in. Is like, I'm tired.
But show us that. Like, listen, it's hot, but it's hot out there. Sari is older than she once was. 5 minutes bending over, turning over coconuts is exhausting. To me, that doesn't take away from it. I just want to know how long it was. Is that too much to ask?
I guess it's because I'm such a big Sari stan, maybe, but I was just happy for Sari and thought it was an awesome moment.
It absolutely is an awesome moment, PD.
You know who would have found it faster? Ozzy.
Who? Oh, well, potentially. I don't know. His back might have given out.
That's true. The one thing that I bet she's kicking herself is that she kept like picking them up and looking on like the bottom of it. Like she didn't have to touch a coconut if she didn't want to. She literally could have gone to the other side of the beach and started and walked, and she would have seen it because it's just like facing that way.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, so I bet when she finally found it, she was just like...
I thought your eyes were closed for a second.
Yeah, I was just napping during this journey like everybody else because it was boring.
You know what?
Genuinely, it wasn't a great journey. If they would, like you guys said, if they would have put like some sort of time limit, it would have been a little bit more exciting. It wasn't that exciting, but I was happy for Sari.
Jonathan just texted us.
He was roasting me in the group chat.
No, yeah, for Sleepy Chase in the corner.
When his joke doesn't land, he puts his mic down and just leans back. I'll be here when you need me.
I don't know what you're talking about, guys. It's a great joke, and I'm going to prove it. It's going to get clipped, and it's going to go crazy viral.
What if we lose followers?
So what you're saying is that every comedian that has a viral bit, that's a funny bit? So you're a big like Matt Rife guy? Like you think like everything Matt Rife posts is hilarious because of the views?
Or what about Kramer at the Laugh Factory?
I've been thinking about doing
Yeah, that's a good one.
I would argue if a joke is posted and it gets a lot of views, then it's probably a pretty good joke.
I don't think that's going to happen with Little Caesars.
I've decided that I'm going to start doing crowd work in the podcast just because that seems to be working on TikTok and Instagram right now.
All right, give it a go, Jonathan.
Just like, what do you do for a living, Bran?
I'm a podcaster.
Podcaster? Millennials, am I right? Let's clip that. Can we put that up there?
Yeah, post that one. Chase, post the Little Caesars one, and then a day later post that one, and let's just see. Let's see what does better.
Okay. I have a little competition.
I have a note for you. Like, that was really good, but I think we could work in some pizza material.
Okay, so wait, Brand, here we go again. Hey, what do you do for a living, sir?
I didn't think you'd call on me. I'm a podcaster.
Oh, you didn't think I would call on you? What are you, a Little Caesars? No one's calling them.
Nailed it.
We're having fun, aren't we? What we don't know is Chase actually has a deal with Little Caesars. He's going to tag them, invite his collaborator, get the Little Caesars bump. This is all a paid ad.
The Caesars bump is crazy.
Gosh, I'd love a Little Caesars sponsorship.
I'd
get
love
that
a
little guy
Caesars right now.
Get that cute little guy on the scooter. Bring me pizza. that's their whole. That's
what?
That's their mascot. Is a little guy on a scooter.
I don't know that anybody's ever referred to him as that cute little guy.
He's a cute little Caesar. He's a cute little Caesar.
I would love a sponsorship because you get that cute little guy on a scooter. What is he talking about? This is the delivery guy.
You guys know what I'm talking about.
Okay,
look at this little guy.
Back at the Merge Beach, on the Merge Beach, we've got Emily, Ozzy, and that little guy Christian. And
cute little guy.
Emily says those 5 are sticking together. Those 5 being Stephanie, Jonathan, Coach, Joe, and Chrissy. And if we don't vote them out now, they steamroll to the end. Rizzo disagrees with this. He wants to take out the floaters, Devins, and Aubrey because they're playing the middle. And that's what Rizzo wants to do. He wants to play the middle. But next up, we hear from Aubrey. She sounds like she's going to cry. She's talking about how she should have played her idol, but it is what it is. But she's going to work her magic, she says, because she's always been misunderestimated. I just did a George Bush.
That is a great point, though. Devins pushing Aubrey to play her idol. Obviously, there's no way for them to have known that. But if she just once again held on to it, then the hidden idol trick. Just you can save that for another day. We have the real idol, but this is what happens when you just play idols for no reason.
And now it's Tiffy time again.
Oh, son of a gun! Here we go.
It's Tiffy time.
I think I'm going to include Brand's whisper into the drop, so every time it goes, oh, son of a gun, here we go. All right, so it's Tiffy time and Joe time. Tiffy and Joey time. They get to enjoy some spaghetti and 2 steaks and a fried egg or whatever Brand had at that restaurant.
2 steaks and 1 fried egg.
Yeah. I don't need it from you guys. That was fine. Guys, you want to know what? I can't think. I was thinking about this. When he says spaghetti, I understand they're hungry and I would eat anything as well. But that's towards the top of the list of things that I just don't want to eat on a beach in Fiji.
Heavy.
Sketty is not beach food.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know if you've seen Italy, but it's kind of surrounded by water.
Yeah, but you're not on a beach.
You are. I don't know how to tell you, but you are.
Jonathan, have you been to Italy?
Yeah.
Wow,
in my dreams.
Oh, I was about to say, when did you go to Italy?
I didn't go to Italy.
There's a difference though between a porch and a beach, or just a table.
Let me ask you.
There's just a difference
in
my mind.
Let's say you go, heaven forbid, to Myrtle Beach, and you are maybe 2-3 streets away from the ocean, and you're eating at a seafood buffet.
That's
are you
not
eating at the beach?
No.
But are you at the beach?
No.
But you're at Myrtle Beach.
I'm in the town of Myrtle Beach.
Right. Yeah, but would if someone called you and they were like, Brand, where are you right now? Would you say, I'm at the beach? I'm at Myrtle Beach?
I would probably say that, yes, but you understand what I'm saying, though.
I'm telling you that.
Okay, fine. Let me clarify, Jonathan. If I am sitting in the sand, on the beach, water close by, heat of the day, I don't want sketty.
Fair enough.
3 blocks away, I do want sketty.
Okay, I got you. I'll take that.
Tiny, medium, large.
Yeah. I'm just watching Chase in the bottom corner.
I'm just trying to get Chase's attention.
Chase, we need you.
Well, I don't care about the spaghetti on the beach talk.
Yeah. Spaghetti on the beach is just another DNCE song. What if it was pizza on the beach?
I want pizza anywhere, anytime.
Whatever.
Little Caesars or otherwise.
Yeah.
Jason's nothing to get upset about. But Joe, he admits to Tiff that he voted for her. She calls him a dummy. She said, dude, what the hell? But they hashed it out. They agreed to never vote for each other again. They cheers their forks, their spaghetti forks. And Joe tells Tiff that he thinks it should be Devins and Aubrey. Tiff likes Aubrey, but calls her a dangerous middle player. Tiff thinks Coach and Chrissy are great shields because they rub people the wrong way. And then cut to Chrissy. She's telling Coach, please just lay low. Don't sing, don't haiku, just be invisible. And she sends Coach to the hammock where he is to spend the rest of the day. She called herself the Dragon Slayer Whisperer. Coach said that he could whisper a haiku, and nobody would know.
Yeah, that's so true.
And it probably wouldn't even be a haiku, as we learned last week.
I could whisper a haiku. No one would hear it. Have a good day, everyone. Wait, it's 575. I didn't see it. Dude, I saw Inverted Haiku live. Really good show.
Yeah, Bran must have had another fried egg.
I had one fried egg.
I show up food drunk to one episode.
Yeah, food drunk.
Coach called it a travesty to quiet the Dragon Slayer flare because there's only one Dragon Slayer in the history of Survivor, and there will never be another one. But he doesn't know if it was Sun Tzu, Nietzsche, or maybe the financial advisor, Chris Valera. I think I'm saying that right. Varela. He said, sometimes the essence of strategy is the mindset to do nothing.
I was just happy that he didn't say financial advisor Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
What if he had said financial advisor Dave Ramsey? You know? That would have been crazy.
I thought he was going to say financial advisor Jeffrey Epstein.
That's what.
Good one.
Was Chase completely checked out, or did he not hear that joke?
I'm joking. I'm joking.
It's so hard to tell now when you're saying a joke.
But also, I was the one that made that joke last night in the live chat.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I honestly, Chase, I didn't see it, so I'm sorry for taking your joke.
No, it's okay. That's why I was being funny and saying it again, because you copied my joke, so I was copying your. Okay, guys, I'm done for today. So why don't we wrap this up?
No.
Chase,
Bran,
look at me.
You don't understand. Chase is just being funny.
He is funny.
No. I think I don't get any respect. Everybody hates me. And I sit here and I try to come up with haikus for everybody, and no one respects my haikus.
Well, and I feel like Chase is even trying to
you came
be
up
the
with
villain
haikus
right
first?
now.
Yeah, we haven't heard the haikus.
No, I've been chilling on the beach. I've been trying to come up with haikus. I've been doing my yoga. I've been doing my tai chi.
So you're
comparing
of a rock
circle.
You're like, I'm the coach of the podcast this week. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm coach. Like, I am literally coach.
And if you're literally coach,
like in
I'm
a psychotic
Chrissy.
breakaway, or
I think, Chase, you should go lay down in a hammock.
And maybe Christian will rock me.
Maybe.
Is this like one of those things? You know how it feels like every kind of person who's a little bit insane starts claiming they're Jesus at some point. Is this like that kind of a situation where Chase
it's exactly that?
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
It's instead of the Messiah complex. Instead of the Messiah complex, it's the Dragon Slayer complex.
Dang. I don't know how we're going to pull him out of this one.
Chrissy, after sending Coach to the hammock and demanding he lay low, Chrissy wants to blindside Rizzo. After calling Aubrey and Devins the middle people who we can't let skate to the end, now she wants their help in blindsiding Rizzo. But what is that? Who's back? The sheriff, baby. Sari is back. She shows up. She shows everybody her 1 in 2,000 coconut, and Sari does what she does best. She flips everything on its head. Ozzy, he thought the move was to get out Devins and Aubrey. Sari explains to him why she thinks it should be Coach and Chrissy, and then cut to Ozzy in a confessional, and he's like, thank God for Sari, or else I would have voted Devins and Aubrey like an idiot.
I mean, Sari truly, Jonathan, famously this season has said that he doesn't understand why Sari is considered such a legend.
Send her home.
This episode is the perfect example of why Sari is the best social player of all time. She's away on Exile. She comes back. Immediately, everyone's like, Sari, this is what we're doing. She goes, no, that's not how it works. Let's do it this way. And everybody goes, you're right. I'm so stupid. Thank God Sari is here. I think PD made a comment last night where he said people are going to start realizing that Sari is they've waited too long. Cirie to get Cirie out. I think it's too late. I don't think they could vote Cirie out even if they wanted to, because Ozzy and Rizzo would both need to blindside Cirie in order for Cirie to go home at this point. I do not see a world where they get the numbers to send her home.
Yeah, they've waited too long.
No, I think that they can do it. I think
it's possible.
No, I honestly do. I don't think it'll be that hard. I think the tough thing is who's gonna strike first. I don't think Ozzy's ever gonna flip, but Rizzo could flip, and Cirie could flip against. I honestly think
Rizzo, when we watched him play last season, he never betrayed Savannah, even though it would have been better for his game to betray Savannah.
Yeah, Savannah's not Cirie. I think Rizzo's too smart. Rizzo has seen the game too much to know that you cannot go to the end with Cirie and win. I think he knows.
Yes, you can. You famously can. Cirie has never won.
Has she ever been to final?
I think so.
I don't think she's ever been to. I don't think she's ever been to final tribal, Chase.
When she was final 3, they did a final 2.
Right.
Let me look it up.
I think Rizzo's too much of a student of the game.
He's a fanboy too.
Like at some point,
she's never reached final tribal, but she was in 3rd place and 4th place.
Great, yeah. I think that Rizzo, at some point, there's nothing that Rizzo wants more than to be one of the all-time greats, Survivor players. How do you do that? Right. At some point in the next couple of weeks, you decide it's going to benefit me more to distance myself from Cirie and vote her out. I think that time will come. And Cirie has proven that at some point, she will do that to him.
I could see that. But what I'm thinking is, if there's going to be any sort of betrayal from Rizzo to Cirie, it's that he puts Cirie up for fire making, and that's how she goes home. I don't see him voting her out.
Here's what I think is going to happen. Yeah. Chase, I know you've seen 2 Star Wars movies, so you haven't seen this one. But I think it's going to be a situation where you got the guy at the bar, and Obi-Wan is like, no, you don't want death sticks. You want to go home and rethink your life. So, like, Cirie, anybody can have a plan that doesn't benefit her. She's just going to wave her hand and then make them vote themselves out. That's how much power she's going to have by the end. She's going to be telling people to vote for yourself, and they're going to do it.
I think by the time that Rizzo would try to make a move, that people already they don't quite trust him. So I think it would be his death sentence.
Yeah, that's fair.
It'd be way too early.
Yeah.
It's incredible he's made it this far, though.
That's the thing about Cirie, though. It's either too early to vote her out or too late to vote her out somehow. Like, that's the magic of Cirie.
Yeah.
They should have voted her out first. That was their best shot of... I mean, she's in the game too. Because, I mean, looking at who's left, they don't have the votes to take Cirie home unless Ozzy and Rizzo both want to take her out. Because Joe and Stephanie and Jandre the Giant, they're slowly getting picked off one by one. That whole strong honor and integrity alliance.
Yeah.
It's true. Sorry, I was just looking up. Like, what's that song? Like, The Music in Me? Is that a thing?
I got the music in me.
Yeah. What if we made the magic of Cirie?
Ooh, because that's the magic of Cirie. Okay.
Just workshopping stuff. Tiny, medium, large.
Don't let go.
Hey, don't bring up the Little Caesars joke as if it's a bad joke, because it is a good joke.
I did it. It's just something that's fun to say now.
Yeah,
just
it's
a little tiny, medium, large in the conversation.
You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing.
I thought it was a crazy combo, Chase.
I will be honest, though, Chase. I'm getting Little Caesars for lunch. So
I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
Well done, brother.
That's what we call it, influencer.
Yeah, you're an influencer.
Genuinely, though, guys, it was not a bad joke.
I think it's a good joke, Chase.
Because Christian yells the sizes.
I'm
and
sorry
so,
for bringing it up
Chase,
again.
I'm going to interrupt
sizes,
you.
Go ahead.
I don't know how else to tell you this, but I'm giving you a hard time because I'm considered to be one of the greatest villains of all time in Survivor. So,
I mean, the fact that you had Fair Play do your announcement for you about the dead cat situation, it does kind of submit and cement you as a top villain.
God.
Good
I
call.
gotta
That's
stop
what I'm
looking
saying.
like
It's
an
like-
idiot on the internet.
it's some of us have aspirations, you know.
Yep. Where was I at? So Ozzy, he's happy to go for Coach because of the day one thing. Rizzo, he also wanted to go after Aubrey and Devins earlier in the episode, but Chrissy is speaking to Cirie, and she throws out Rizzo's name, and Cirie tells Rizzo, and Rizzo is chomping at the bit, as they say, to vote out that Chrissy sauce.
Believe it.
Yep.
You know I love it when they're chomping at the bit.
Oh, they're chomping at the bit. But here's the thing. Everybody knows that Joe mustn't be lied to. So if they're going to vote out Coach and Chrissy, they have to try to get him on board. Mm-hmm. Joe doesn't like this. In a confessional, he said, I hear the plan is going to be Coach and Chrissy. This isn't good. This isn't good. This isn't good. He said it 3 times.
With his eyes just bugging.
Yeah. So I'm working hard to get this thing back on Aubrey and Devins. And then Steph agrees. Chrissy tells Coach, we're voting Aubrey and Devins. Joe is imploring Rizzo to vote for Aubrey and Devins. And then we see Devins. He's scared. He's worried about how much traction that his name is getting. And he might just do the idol thing if he feels like he needs to.
So what's the current count, PD? Do you have that in front of you, like, of people that we think going into Tribal are voting for Devins and Aubrey, and then Coach and Chrissy. Do you have those numbers?
I don't have the numbers, but I can just rattle off who.
What's our best guess
at this point?
Yeah,
our best guess would be that John Dre is going to vote for Aubrey and Devins.
Yep.
Chrissy, Coach, because we don't know he's going to do the shot in the dark.
Yep.
And then Stephanie.
Yep.
And then Joe.
Yep.
No, Joe voted for Coach.
We
and
know
Chrissy.
how he voted.
Right. I'm saying go
like
think. What I still don't know, Chase, and what I'm trying to figure out is if how much did he really need to do the idol thing? Did Devins need to? That's what I want to
Yeah, that's 5, and then Rizzo is a maybe, but he's voting with Cirie, so we pretty much knew that he was going to vote for Coach and Chrissy.
Right.
So we're at Tribal now, and Aubrey said that her and Devins, they're tied to each other. They have an umbilical cord. Devin said, I'm the baby. So glad he clarified who he was.
I didn't need any of that.
They could have gone with a Taylor Swift reference and been some tiny invisible string, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, did you like my joke?
I did like it, yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was a
really
great
good.
Contribution,
Thanks,
Jonathan.
Dude.
Hey, Jonathan. Great contribution.
Thank you.
So Coach talked about how because he had to lay low, he was able to see the betrayal oozing out of pores and fingertips chattering chaos around him. I don't know what any of that meant. But now let's get to the good part. Joe is answering a question from Jeff. Devins, he gets the fading in and out of consciousness edit, and then Jeff asks Devins if the twist changes how he approached Tribal, and Devins, who's feeling nervous, and unfortunately, he doesn't have an idol, he says, but he has a clue for one, and he just hasn't been able to get it. And then Devins shoots up, he grabs the idol that him and Christian planted weeks ago, and he says he's going to keep him and Aubrey safe tonight.
Yeah, I mean, my only criticism of the play is maybe look behind a couple of rocks before walking directly to the rock that it is behind. Like that.
Was it an edit? Maybe he did, and they just wanted to make it quicker.
Yeah, it's possible. I just if I'm sitting there and I see him say, "I have a clue for one," and then unless the clue is there's an idol behind the back left corner of the fire pits. Move the rock. The clues are never that easy if there was a real clue. So I would have been
the shock of it though is where people probably wouldn't question it all that much because they just see him get up and there's so many thoughts of well, he couldn't have planted this because it's at Tribal. How would he have planted it?
Right.
So they're probably not thinking all that hard about is it fake?
Until
they started to. Yeah.
I have 2 questions for you guys. I want to get your opinions on both of these things. The first one, do you think that this was if Devin would this have been cooler if Devin saved himself instead of just wasting the idol? Or do you think it was still super sick regardless?
I mean, it obviously would have been cool if that was more of the deciding factor of the vote.
Right.
But
I think it's close enough to saving him.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
It's saving
because
adjacent.
even we can't tell.
Yeah.
My second question is who do you think is a better Survivor player? Someone who plays an idol the second they think that they're in trouble, or someone like Rizzo last season who has an idol and doesn't and keeps it for way too long? This was the first time Devins seemed like he was in trouble, and he immediately panicked and played his idol even when he didn't need to. Do you think that that's smart? Because it's like, well, it's better to be safe than sorry than to go home. Or do we respect players who are like willing to take a risk, like the other week when Aubrey's holding her idol in her pocket?
Yeah,
I think that for him it was smart because he also likes Aubrey, and they would have both gone home. So I think for him, if it had been just a regular week where everybody was at risk and he wasn't tied to somebody, then I think he might have waited it out.
Yeah. To me, it's a little bit like those two scenarios are different enough to where it's hard to compare, because like Rizzo was using the idol to get votes off of him without playing it, which is an impressive move. But
Devins did the same thing.
But he didn't have a real idol to use.
Right.
So like
yes,
he had to create something out of thin air,
which was super sick.
Right. Yeah. And so like it's just hard to compare those two things in my mind for some reason, because it's like what Rizzo did, he never felt like he truly needed to play it. So,
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what?
It's apples to apples.
Both plays are great in my mind.
I say, Chase, quit being a nerd and thinking about, was this the optimal
do the
move?
robot thing.
Was
Do
this,
the robot thing and
yeah,
say,
do the
analyze.
robot. Say this is the optimal move.
I literally just wanted to talk about Survivor for a second.
Go analyze.
Shut up, nerd.
Say
Robot
analyze.
nerd.
This is why people don't like it when PD's on the episode.
Hey, shut up, robot nerd. Here's what I don't know. I thought it was a cool move, but I don't know if it was statistically the most optimal move
just
for
asking
Christian
your
for
guys'
Devins to make it,
opinion.
though.
I was asking of what you think is a better player, someone who holds on to an advantage or and takes a big risk of not playing it, or someone who just panics and plays it.
This is what I will say.
Contribution, Chase.
This is what I will say, Chase.
Shut the fuck up.
To be honest, to me, what Rizzo did with his idol is more impressive than what Devins did with his multiple idols the season that he played.
Okay.
Like, it's more impressive to me to have one idol and to be able to use it against people without actually playing it than it is to constantly be able to find idols like
agree.
Devins did.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
I agree.
Chase, sincerely sorry for saying "shut up, nerd." It
It
was a
was
fun bit.
funny.
I'm trying.
Notice how
It's a
PD
fun little bit.
apologizes.
No,
that's
now
because
you're-
he's not a real villain.
Because Chase is going to run out. He's going to quit the podcast. So I have to do a little damage control.
no,
But
I was being combative on purpose. I know you were joking.
shut up, nerd.
Hey, look, I'm going to say it too because I'm the villain. Shut up, nerd.
But the point of saying "shut up, nerd" was to circle back to, it was just awesome that Devins did this and had this idea at all and actually went through with it.
Yeah, 100%.
I thought, what did you think of Devin's lie about
Aubrey?
To Aubrey, but then also like he had to lie a second time where they were like, "Can you show us the idol?" Like, how do you feel like he played those situations off?
Do the robot voice and you answer, Chase.
Well, I would answer, but I don't want to get called a nerd for going too deep into
No,
this.
I need
was
the nerd.
just kidding.
Hey,
But
can you re-ask
since
the
you asked,
question because I
Jonathan,
wasn't paying attention?
Basically, what Jonathan asked was if we were all robots, if we're all cyborgs, do we still have some sort of soul? And would it have us be obsessed with Survivor, or would it be a purely analytical love of the game?
Oh, that's interesting.
I was asking that because Chase had messaged me and said he was considering dating ChatGPT model. So
Yeah, I'm thinking about becoming a Mormon, and so I'm gonna do the multiple wives thing. But I feel ethically that that's wrong, so I'm gonna do ChatGPT instead of a real person.
Yeah, Chase and his husband Claude.
Yep.
Yeah. Me and Grok might take things a little further.
Yeah,
Nice.
but okay, so Devin's lie to Aubrey. We'll see. If everybody wants to see the thing, then his lie is like the whole thing is going to blow up in his face pretty quick.
Yeah.
Well, and that was
the lie to Aubrey was that he couldn't actually play the idol that night because it was supposed to be found in secret, so it doesn't activate until the next tribal.
I thought it was a good lie.
I thought that was a very good lie, and you could tell he had that in the back pocket. He planned in case anyone asked him about it, unlike Coach earlier in this episode. But you can tell he did panic when Stephanie asked to see it.
Yeah.
And he said, no, knowledge is power. I'm not showing it to you.
He said the name of another advantage to shut her down.
Yeah. Can I ask you guys a question?
Knowledge is power, shot in the dark, you know?
Hey, Stephanie, steal a vote.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Steal an election, Stephanie.
Get on my level. There is a moment where everybody that's around Christian turns to Christian, and Christian goes, "I'm still voting Devins."
Yes, this
what
confused
was
me.
that?
Is a good
what
lie.
was that?
Is what it
This
was.
confused me. So,
but
I thought the same thing, and it.
Go ahead.
And it was clarified for me in the chat last night.
Great.
So I was confused. I said, wouldn't he want to lean in to that idol being real since he was a part of it?
Oh, he's going to stick it. He's going to be like, oh, that looks like a real idol to me. We should maybe switch our votes or something like that.
But what I was told by the people in the chat last night was he was lying because the plan all along was to vote Coach out. And so they didn't want Coach at all to find out that he might be the target because then he could play his shot in the dark or whatever. Yeah, no, it was a great move by Christian, but I would agree, Brandon. I was very confused.
Right, because what if they listen to him?
Right,
and they're like, okay, he says to vote.
But that's
for
what I'm
Devins.
saying. When we were talking about this earlier, and I said I don't think anyone's vote was swayed by this play. I think they all went in with the plan of taking out Coach.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah,
I do think
because Coach was in too close proximity for Christian to be like, oh, yeah, okay. Got it. Thanks, guys. I'm out of here.
Coach is going out. Will he end up going back home?
That's 8.
That's 8.
That's 8.
Wait, I've lost track of the haikus.
So you did 5.
5, 7, 5.
5, 7. I did 8, yeah.
Well, I did 7, 5, 7, so we're both.
You can do a Coach haiku and just do whatever you want.
Okay, so will he go back home real
Coach
soon?
is 685.
Yeah, a Coach coup is 685.
Okay, a Coach coup. Okay, 685. Okay, here we go. 685. Is Coach going back home? It's quite possible that he is. Let's go and count votes. There we go.
Great work.
Great contribution. So Rick, he plunged everything into chaos. Everybody's whispering. Dee's over there loving it.
It's a live tribal.
Season 50, baby.
No one loves a live tribal more than D. D's like, it's a live tribal.
D was freaking out. And then, speaking of freaking out, Rizzo walks over to Devins just to say, hey, man, I want to say 6 of those things, you're a devil. And then Jeff called him out for being a fanboy.
Yep. Yeah.
He also said,
and I thought it was so weird because then Rizzo just started cussing Jeff out. He was like, you know what, Jeff?
Nice. That's
I hated
comedy.
when he said that.
That's comedy, Chase.
Nice.
Post that.
Nice.
It'll get 3 million hits.
So Stephanie, we talked about that. Stephanie wanted to see the idol. Rick said, no, you don't need to see it. And then Coach quotes Magellan, and it's time to vote. Rick does not play his idol because it's not real, but, he told Aubrey it can't be played until next time. And then Coach plays his shot in the dark. Chrissy and Coach are not safe. And after that, they receive all the votes except for 2 of them. And as Coach was walking to get his torch, Rizzo said, you changed my life. And Emily rolled her eyes at him.
This is the best moment of the episode to me. Definitely better than Suri and the coconuts. But there was this moment where you just realize that Emily is not on board with anything that's going on. I just... Her rolling her eyes as Rizzo is having the best moment of his life. It was so funny to me. It was cinema.
If you got voted out of Survivor and as you're leaving, someone that voted you out goes, you changed my life, what would you respond with?
If I was Coach, I would do a haiku back to him. But If I was
I would have
myself, I'd
said,
be like, all right, yeah, cool, dude.
So my torch gets snuffed. I'm leaving. Someone that voted me out goes, "You changed my life." I would turn around and go, "Apparently not enough," and then just keep walking into the darkness.
Nice.
Can I ask another nerd strategy question, PD? Is that allowed?
I'll allow it. Nerd.
Okay. PD's the nerd police today. Chrissy voted for Emily. Is that right?
Emily and Riz
something
God.
weird.
She wanted. Weird. Chrissy threw out earlier in the episode that she wanted to blindside Rizzo, and so I'm pretty sure she was the vote on Rizzo and Emily.
She was, but it's just like if you think that there's votes coming on you, vote for the other two names that are being thrown out.
It was weird play.
I don't understand why she did that at all.
She thought maybe she had enough support to get out Rizzo and Emily.
Yeah, I guess people really lied to her that was a possible thing. That's interesting.
Last thing here, we've seen a lot of shot in the darks played this season so far.
No hits.
More than usual. No hits. When we get one, it's going to be awesome.
We're not going to, though.
Why?
Because we've already had 3 played. Do you think they're going to play more of them? And if so, the 1 in 6 is going to hit?
I would think so. As we get towards the end game here, people are going to be panicking, trying to save themselves, you know?
I don't think we get a successful one, though.
That'd be cool. Let's all make a monetary bet.
Sure.
I bet one hot ready pizza at Little Caesars. We will not get a hit.
Yeah. Okay, so you're on the side that you don't get a hit. I'm voting we get a hit.
I'm voting that we don't get a hit.
So it's 3.
Okay, so it's me versus you 3. So if there's a hit, all 3 have to buy me a pizza. Yeah, but if there's not, I have to buy each of you a hot and ready pizza.
Yeah, what's your preference? Tiny, medium?
Fuck.
All right, this has been Making the Merge.
I love that Brad got a big laugh.
Making the Merge. MakingTheMerge.store. You can join us over on Patreon every Wednesday night. During the episodes, we chat live, and then afterwards we go live for our patrons called Fresh from Tribal. Hey, this has been a great season over on Bracketology.
Do y'all think that Johnny's fair play thing that I'm going to be executed in the public square of Patreon? I'm interested to know.
Maybe. I don't know. Chase seemed really upset when we cut off his outro. Jonathan's the real pirate. Hard.
You're about to hear some ads that help keep the lights on here in the old studio. Thanks for listening or don't listen. It's really up to you at this point. It's at the end of the show. You're listening to me. Hi. But here they come. I promised they're coming. Yep, here they are. Happy day.